All right, for this video, we are going to look at exercise number 4. We can tell that these are definitely not in any particular order because 4 is much more difficult than some of the ones that are numbered much higher. So remember that those numbers are pretty much completely random. So we are going to start, as usual, on the front view, creating a new sketch and clicking on the blue square. And again, if the view cube flips you upside down, go ahead and fix that. I don't know why that's been doing that lately. Some update must have done that because that did not used to happen. Anywho, I am going to go ahead and do this basic shape here using the line tool. Click on origin, go to the right, up, over, left, and down. I can go ahead and fillet this corner since it is round. And this time I don't have to delete the fillet radius here because we actually are given the radius, which is 18. So unlike when we did the anchor, the yellow piece, I don't have to delete this number because it's accurate. It's exactly what we want. All right, so let's go ahead and lay out some of this, the basic dimensions here. The bottom is 90 millimeters. From the bottom to the to this corner, this little ledge here is 60. We don't have a number for the entire back here, and not even anything we could do some math on, right? So this is where a lot of students start to get stuck because they ask me, right? They say like, what's the rest of this? I don't know how to finish the rest of this piece. And the rest of this piece, the thing to see here, and if you're watching this video and you haven't done this with me in class, where I ask you to sort of stare at it in class, I want you to stare at it now. Pause the video, try to see if you can get the key concept of how we can fully constrain this sketch, because it's worth knowing without me telling you. So try and pause this now and see if you can't figure that out. All right. If you've unpaused now, we're going to go ahead, and if you unpaused now and you figured it out, congratulations. But if you are still stumped, the key here is going to be with this circle. You see, we're told where this circle is from the bottom, but we aren't told. Well, I guess we're also told how far it is from the left as well. And, well, let's just put that in and see what happens. So we put that circle in and we say that this circle is 35 in. And, well, we'll have to do a construction line, right? For this, for from here to here. Click on that, make that a construction line. Now I can do from that construction line to here. I actually didn't have to do the construction line. I could have clicked on that vertex, but either way, it's fine. 20 up. Okay, so now here's the key. This whole thing will get fixed once we realize that this circle is coincident with the arc. In other words, see this white dot that I'm moving around? If we attach that to there, the entire piece becomes fully constrained, other than the fact that I did not put in the diameter for this, which is 20. And the reason why it says two 20 diameter circles here is because it's saying that if it isn't obvious, this is 20 and so is that. But this is not. That's 12. and that one's 25. But anyway, as soon as we snap that on there, we become coincident, and that's the key aspect. This circle is not just dimensioned for the circle's sake; it's dimensioned because it's the key to locking this whole thing in. Once we realize that this arc, the center of this arc, is also the center of that circle. All right. We're going to go ahead and finish that sketch. Click home on the view cube and extrude this symmetric and the entire width, which is 75. I'm going to click on the right side of the piece, create a sketch on the front of it, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and create the two things that are going to cut this piece down the middle here, the two channels. So I need two rectangles. This first rectangle is going to be 35 by 40, the one on the bottom, 35 below, 40 high, and it's going to get snapped so that the midpoints of the bottom line here and the midpoint of the bottom of the shape are snapped together. Move these dimensions so they're a little easier to see. Same thing with this one. Excuse me. Same thing with this one here. I'm going to make this the 45 that it is wide. And now it doesn't have a height really, because it the box just kind of cuts all the way through the top. So as long as I make this midpoint coincident with the midpoint of this line here, I can then go ahead and just say that this line, right, is collinear with the top line of the piece. And click Finish Sketch. Click Home on the View Cube. Select both of these squares, which I can do by holding the Control key as I click. Extrude these all the way through the piece and flip so that it's cutting all the way into the back. Click OK. And we are nearly home. This piece here is going to be on both sides. We're going to assume that this is on both sides, that this piece is completely symmetrical, not just on one. So let's go ahead and do that now. We'll start with just one of them. So I'm going to start on the back of this piece. Create a sketch on the back. Do a line that goes up and then left. Fillet the corner with a radius of 12, like it is here. From this line may not be, oh, it is. Okay. It didn't look horizontal to me. Anyway, the gap here is 15. From the center of this arc to the bottom is 60. And that makes that coincident, constrained. Now we've done holes a lot, so we're just going to also just go ahead and make this hole here, since it's fairly simple. We're just going to go ahead and make this along with our extrude to just save us some steps. So this is going to be 12, and I believe that's it. So now we can mirror this whole thing. So I'm going to turn the origin eyeball on so I have access to that Z line, because that's going to be where I mirror from. When I mirror, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I select everything. Mirror line will be my blue Z axis. Click OK. That mirrored everything over really well. So I can go ahead and click Finish Sketch. Home on the View Cube. Click both. Select both, I should say. Extrude. And it is going to be negative 15. And click OK. Click the eyeball on the origin to go ahead and hide that. And that, oh, I was about to say that was it, but it's not. I'm going to go ahead and put the hole on here as well now. So with the hole tool selected, we're going to use the reference tool for this edge here, since it's 22.5. From that edge. And then, oh, that 22.5 was for the box that was selected, was how deep the hole is. We just wanted to go all the way through. So click the first reference, click this. That is going to be 22.5. And then the second reference from the bottom in is 15. And when all is selected, the only thing we have to do here is the diameter, which is 25. Click OK. And now we are finished. Click home on the view cube and take a picture of the final exercise, the final CAD exercise that we're going to do for Fusion 360. From here on out, we'll be doing a couple of practice quizzes. All right. I hope this video helped. As always, I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.